Agashe.
아저씨 이게 뭐야? Hello everybody, Agashe here today. So it's been a really long time since I actually done a drama review. To be very honest, there hasn't been like a lot of good dramas coming out as of now. They're just finally coming out. I have a couple that's gonna be coming out towards the end of March and going on to summer. So there's not much like dramas that's coming out right now, and they're like prepared to be coming out later. That's why I haven't been able to do a drama review, because there's not much coming out. But I have a couple Chinese drama that came out, so I am going to be reviewing that. Today I'm going to be reviewing one of them. I did not expect this one to come out already. Like, I was kind of like confused because I didn't understand it. Well, I don't know, I watched it, I still don't understand it, but I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts about it to let you guys know what I think of it, and this is my understanding of it. But this drama is called The Love Lasts Two Minds. Very confusing title, but it is a total of 36 episode, and as you guys know, Chinese drama now has become shorter due to, it's like I heard, like due to this like regulation where they changed it, where you can't make the dramas that like are like 60 episode long anymore. So there's only like, they go up to like 45 the most now. So yeah, it's like you can actually watch them without having to feel like it's dragging, because they are shorter now. But that is the drama I'm going to be reviewing with you guys today. I'm going to be going over the cast, the synopsis, and the first 3 episodes of it. I was only able to watch the first 3 episodes. It is confusing, so do try to catch along with me, and I will try my best to explain the best I can to hopefully have you guys understand what I understood from watching the first 3 episodes. So please excuse me for my bad pronunciation. Also, I'm still recovering from being sick, so I will be coughing and all this stuff like that and all this stuff. But we have Alan Yu as Jin Qi, and his other name is Jiang Shi Wang. And then we have Yuki Chang as Feng Myung Wang, or Yuan Qinglin, Yuan Qinghe. That's a lot. And then we have Zhang Shifang as Mu Beiyang, and then Ma Yu as Princess Jingle, Chong Zhaizhang as Ang Heng, and his name is Kid Young as Zhu Yanghai. So for the synopsis, it says, in the first year of the later Lian lived Yun Qinli, the daughter of a general. While on the road to to do some reflecting and meditation, she is abducted and knocked unconsciously. After her rescue, Yun Xinlin wakes up a couple days later without her memory and with a new personality. To escape from her own wedding, she dresses up as a man and becomes a constable for the Qinghe County. And then we have Zhang Wang's adopted son Jin Qi is ambushed while accompanying his childhood friend Feng Ma Wang to be wed. After being rescued by Lian Wang, Jing Cheng assumes that he takes the identity of the Lian official and discovers clues to a conspiracy with the palace courts. To pursue his investigation, he goes to Qinghe on a business and takes the position as a county official. He later on meets rookie Yun Qinlin, and they join hands to unravel layers of upawning, like corruption that happened in all those time period. And in the quest for the truth, Yu Qinlin also learns her real identity. So recap on the first 3 episodes. The drama starts us off with Jin Qing. He's actually being born, and they're almost on the way home. His mom is the prince consort, like one of the concubines, something like that. And then his mom is gonna give birth. They get assassinated, and there's his aunt, or Madam Ju, something like that, Ju Xia, something like that, was helping his mom, and then eventually his mom gives birth and the mom dies. And so the later on we see Jinqi, he's actually a little boy, and he sees his aunt wanting to kill this baby girl, and we find out that the baby girl is the daughter of the people that killed his mom, but he doesn't want the aunt to kill the baby, because he said that I'm so lonely, let me raise her up and name her Fang Myung Wang, and let me take care of her, and she could be, with me and all this stuff like that, my maid and all stuff like that. He knows, like, deep down that, like, she's living with him, and it's like, they want to kill him, and they want to kill Fang Myung Wang because, she's their enemy, and, like, the aunt says that, like, Jin Shi and Fang Myung Wang are, like, born sworn enemies trying to get revenge on each other and all this stuff like that. But he took the baby in, and 18 years later, they're all grown up now, and he's into, like, he does all these political stuff, all these stuff to make his adopted father happy, Zhao Wang. And so he just does everything like that. While Fang Myung Wang, she's like running around. She's unlike a noble lady, or she's not like a regular maid, because she's actually Jinqi's personal maid, and like he adores her, and she adores him a lot, and she always wants to be with him, and we all know she's in love with him. He's in love with her too, but he hides his feeling, as he knows she's the enemy's daughter. He knows this, but she doesn't know any of that. And so her kind of like her story and everything is really, really like hidden, so you kind of don't know anything about her besides that they took her. So you don't actually really know who her family is. You don't even know who her family, the people who assassinated his mother and all stuff like that, all this stuff like that. So there's a lot of loopholes in the first like 3 episodes here, so do try to catch along, and I'll give you guys the best I can. But like many people, like in the palace where Jinqi lives, nobody likes her, and they're always trying to find troubles for her, like, oh, that she poisoned people and stuff like that. But she knows they're always trying to do that to her, so she's always trying to cover for herself. And like Jinqi, he loves her too, so he's always trying to protect her. So like, but at the same time, he must obey the rules and sides with his family, his adopted family. So he chooses to punish her so that his family sees it, but, he still secretly protects her. She knows it too, but she has like a lot of question of why is it that people are always like after her, trying to get rid of her. And eventually she finds out the truth that she's the enemy's daughter, and the only reason she's alive is because Jinqi is doing his best to keep her alive and all that stuff like that. So episode 1 basically introduces us like that, and like it seems kind of like very, very confusing. And we get this guy, I think his name was Li Yuan. He's the general of G State. He comes in and he has this painting of Fang Meng Wang, and he proposes that he wants to marry her. So something happened about 3 years ago, and like now we get Jinqi like digging into it, So in episode 2, she is going to be wed off to this general guy, and she doesn't like want to, but Zhao Wang, which is Jinqi's adopted father, has agreed to it because he sees Myung Wang as his daughter too, so he's like, it's a great way to create an alliance between Zhuzhou and G State. That's their state, country, stuff like that. So, during this time, she doesn't want to marry him, and like, oh, excuse me. So like, she doesn't want to marry him. She's trying to figure a way out, and Jinqi, he's also trying to stop them wedding, and he learns that like, it's because she resembles someone that looks like her, and she resembles him. She resembles this girl. That's why this general wants to marry him. And so this general, like, he explained to her, he met her, and he explained to her, the reason why I'm marrying you, even though you are just a maid, is because I have a lover who looks identical to you, and she passed away, she died. So I have a feeling that it's fate that you and I met, and you look exactly like my lover. So I will treat you well. I know you don't love me, but it's better than living in this family where they treat you like crap, but she doesn't care, And so Qi learns the truth that there is a doppelganger who looks exactly like Fang Mengwang, and her name is Yun Qingling, and she's from the Yong State. She's a noble lady, but she flirts with a lot of men, and the one she loves is Li Yun, but she is unsatisfied with her life. So she meets Qi, finds out the truth that his maid and her looked exactly the same, but different personality, wanting to save both Qi and Qi's love for Fang Mengwang and Yun Qinglang's love for Li Yun. So there's like those two couples. To save that, Jinchi comes up with a plan where they are going to agree to go with it, where they're going to go agree with the fact that they're going to let Fan Mengwang marry the general, but in the process of doing that, they're going to swap the brides out. So on the day of the wedding, that Fan Mengwang is supposed to be sent off. Jinqi is the one who sends her off, and he's gonna go with the plan. But things happen differently. Fan Mengwang becomes a different person, and she starts to feel like twists and turns about her life, and she forgets certain things. She ends up harming Jinqi, escaping, waking up, and she is a whole different person now. She doesn't remember anything, and she is called Yun Qinglin, and she is the General Yun Hao's daughter. She's back home. Everything is well. Her family is happy that she's back. So she's like a whole different person now, and she doesn't remember anything. Jinchi wakes up. He's injured. He can't walk. He's pretty much kind of like struggling to walk now because his legs got injured. And the real Yun Qinglin is off to marry the general, and they are now together as they love each other. So she takes the identity that she is Fang Mengwang, and she married the general, and she's happily living that life while that went according to plan, but certain things happened in the process of doing that got Fang Mengwang to lose her memory, and now she wakes up. She's Yun Qinglin, and she doesn't know what's going on, and she's enjoying this freedom of life and experiencing things as she's going on. Jinqi is confused of what happened, why he's harmed, and he's like saved by another general person and in a different state, and he doesn't know what the hell is going on, and he's just gonna go with the flow and hope that things turned out well, because his plan was he was going to take her with him and be together, but apparently she's gone. He's injured. They think that she injured him so she can run away, but he doesn't believe so. So a lot of things is happening, a lot of twists and turn, and like memories being twisted and everything. And the confusing thing is there's a lot of people involved, and there's two of the main girl, and there's a bunch of her identity and all this stuff like that. So it's very confusing and all this stuff like that, So that's like concluding of the first 3 episodes where I got to. It's kind of confusing because, like, it's the same person, but they're not really explaining well because they're leaving a lot of loophole. Eventually, jumping into it, you will figure it out what happened. But I'm just kind of like, oh my god, I really, really have to sit through to watch this, because the first 3 episodes, it just leaves you like that. Okay, it makes you go, okay, you understand she has a doppelganger. But then it makes you go, who is she then? Did they get the correct baby in the first place? Or why does she have a doppelganger? Why do they look alike? And why is it that the real Yun Qinglin is unhappy with her life, I mean, it doesn't make sense. There's a lot of loopholes. So, hopefully, I mean, if you guys, anyone knows or understands better, leave comments below explaining to me, because this is my understanding, this is my intake from it. It is going to be like a heartbreaking drama. I saw the trailer. It is confusing. It does seem like they do brainwash her a lot on purpose. So I think that's probably why, it's so confusing and there's so many characters of her, because they keep doing that to her, and so she doesn't remember stuff, and she becomes like a whole different person all the time. But the whole point of the title is that it don't matter if they brainwash her and stuff like that. The love she has for him or all stuff like that will always stay there. So that's my guess. But I don't know. I mean, I can't ruin anything for you guys. I mean, I'm confused myself too, so I don't want to blabber on for too long. But that is the recap of the first 3 episodes of The Love Lasts Two Minds. And if you guys have not checked it out, do check it out. And if you guys do not understand, we'll figure it out together. And if some of you understand, please explain to me, unless in case I am wrong in this review. But that's as far as what my intake are for this drama. But that is it for today, and I will see you guys in the next drama review.